When the days are over and I close my eyes, there's a vision of you keeping us alive. I'd swim the deepest waters just to touch you on.
Let's go to the right, slower. Let's come in the middle, our hands up, breathe in, out.
So currently Kenya is going through a rise in fascism, which is happening globally, not Kenya only. And we are seeing its effects in places like bad governance, the rise in corruption, police brutality, and it's even having a much harsher effect on women and queer people in regards to the rise in anti-rights and anti-gender. We are seeing many countries reenacting really harsh laws that further seek to criminalize LGBTQ+ people, seek to criminalize abortion even further, seek to strip away children's rights to understand their bodies in the form of comprehensive sexuality education. And everybody is feeling a collective, how can I say, it's like a collective feeling of exhaustion and grief where people are just tired and it's almost leading to apathy. So the Acacia Circle Feminist Camp is coming in to provide that soft landing, to provide that space where people would just take a pause, breathe in and say, okay, a lot is happening in the world, but can we hold space for each other in this moment?
Let's come in the middle, our hands up, breathe in, out. When we put in a lot of care, a lot of respect and a lot of consideration, we can reduce the number of burnouts that we experience, and also we can reduce drug addiction, because when you are burnt out as an activist, most of the time the one thing that we run to is maybe alcohol. So if we can have things that are not alcohol to hold us down, the things that we can run towards, you know, when you're feeling burnt out, I feel like we will reduce the number of stress, we'll reduce the suicidal ideations that we have in our community, and also we will, we will just ensure that people are well taken care of. So I think we need more of this space so that we can thrive in our queerness, we can thrive in our womanhood.
Oh, it's like you never left. Call me home, 'cause you're living in my head. I won't forget.
So even as we were hosting this space, we were very intentional in bringing LGBTQ persons in all their diversities, because we also understand the multiple layers of oppression that we face. A lot of us are oppressed for maybe passing as women. Some of us are oppressed for rejecting womanhood. Cindy.
So recently my classmate passed on, and he used to be this vocal lawyer. He had dreams to be a senator, and everyone loved him. He was very jovial and funny, and he passed on so randomly, and I was so shocked. I was really shocked, because this is someone who had dreams and aspirations and all the things he wanted to do.
I do fitness, I color, like right now, I color, I write too, and I write everything.
I applied to be here because I felt the urgency and the need of unwinding. My body was tired, I do not know why, but kuna time I had overwhelming emotions, but during the release of the body, the muscles, the breathing workouts, and also the dancing, the fluid dancing, it was really amazing, and afterwards I felt best.
History is important because for you to understand anything, you have to know the background. If you want to know the possibility of a future, you have to know the present. And your present is heavily influenced by your past. So history is very important because not only is it the past, it's still what is living in the present. There's a lot of lessons, both in the negative and positive. But from my session, especially tracing the history of feminism, it's important to document and to cite and to make sure that we're included and we write ourselves in all these conversations, because the systems that we're up against are hell-bent on erasing us and excluding us.
Scrutiny of funding, there will be reduced influence of it.
An example would be there were harmful traditional violence,
especially against women and children, where we do not have.
The conversations were really intense, but at the end of the day, the connection when it comes to maybe teamwork and group work, it was really nice, people having conversations.
This camp really empowered me in terms even of psychosocial support, in terms of feminist building alliance, in terms of queer joy. Like, I was here and I was all round. And what this camp has really done to me personally, I feel like my spirit has been risen. I feel like I have another perspective of feminist.
I really got to understand the queer community that I interacted with today, because they shared their lived experiences. They shared how digital spaces are being minimized for them and how difficult it is for them to get justice, for them to access information the same way other communities do. I got to understand that it is difficult to report an incident without being re-traumatized. So being in the room with them, sharing and engaging, trying to find different points of accessing justice, it was really encouraging, and it further reinforced the importance of the work we do as communities.
Sometimes people don't just take away dignity from you in life, they would also want to take away dignity from you in death. And it has been the saddest reality for me to process so far. But also the fact that queer people are existing despite invisibility that a lot of government structures, pre-colonial structures are trying to impose. Queer people are still existing, queer people are organizing, and queer communities remain strong and rooted.
Happy Pride Month from the